Hey, check one, check two. Am I coming through? It's G from the Academy bringing you another dose of Health is Wealth. This article was sourced in naturalnews.com and it has the title, More Children Are Dying from Gender Pharmaceuticals Than from Drugs. It was published on the 30th of September 2019. Now it's a risk to print this. It's a risk to put this out. It's a risk to read this. But I don't care because somebody needs to point out the basics of the situation. I think almost since the beginning of time, everything has been a manipulation in terms of distraction. Any boxer will tell you that the aim is to catch the opponent unawares. The aim is to fake and dodge and weave and to make your opponent unsure. And we have in this world too much uncertainty. There are those in the know and those that still have to grow. Here's the article. It was a cryptic intro, but you know. I'm sure you know. Title, More Children Are Dying from Gender Pharmaceuticals Than from Guns. A hormone-blocking drug that's commonly prescribed to transgender children has been exposed for harming and killing tens of thousands of them. But the very same "what about the children" leftists pushing for gun control are nowhere to be found in calling for common sense pharmaceutical control. You see, you're told what to focus on. You're told what's bad and who's bad. And society is such that if you don't follow the fashion, you're shamed and ostracized, as so many are on a daily basis. According to the US Food and Drug Administration, the FDA, Lupron, leuprolide acetate for depot suspension, which is manufactured by drug giant AbbVie, has killed at least 6,370 patients since 2014. This drug has killed at least 6,370 patients just since 2014, while seriously harming tens of thousands of others. At the same time, there were just 486 unintentional gun deaths last year. Now, whether you're for or against guns, some are, some aren't, I think everybody's position is logical and rational if you consider their history. Nobody just thinks something without a reason. And the reason is the experience that they've had. So there are those for and against this issue. And it's a tough one because there's evidence to support both sides, clear evidence to support both sides. Yes, guns are a source of crime, and yet, at the same time, guns are a source of security. My argument is that if the bad guys are going to have guns, the good guys need to have them as well. What's that saying? When moments matter, the police are only minutes away. Extrapolating and averaging out the number of deaths over a 5-year period, it appears that more children are unintentionally dying from Lupron than are unintentionally dying from firearms. So where's David Hogg and his March for Our Lives army of gun control activists in protesting this much bigger threat of pharmaceuticals to children's lives? I'll tell you why, because it's the visible and the invisible problem. People protest about the things that they know about. What they don't know about, they can't really do anything about. Isn't that right, Jazz? How's it going? Are you coming to join me? Yeah? Come Yeah, okay. You come and sit over here on the bed, and I'll finish this in a minute. Yeah? Okay. Um, Thank you. Are we we're pretending to be a dog today, aren't we? Yeah? Thank you. Thank you for doing that. Yeah. Too much Paw Patrol, I believe. Mm, can I finish reading? Yeah? Thank you. The answer is these people are nowhere, of course, because guns are politically incorrect, while gender while gender-bending pharmaceuticals are not only politically correct, but now politically sanctioned as an acceptable form of treatment for alleged transgender children who believe they were born inside the wrong bodies. You have to wonder about the whole scenario of everything, don't you? You have to wonder. Yeah. What's up, Jazz? What's up? Yeah, you want me to stay over here? Yeah. Okay. Okay, let's go. So, while Jazz bounces on the bed and my computer flies everywhere, I'll try to finish the article. I can't ever, if I can't ever imagine that I would read that sentence ever in my life. I really can't. I'm going to read that paragraph again. It's wild. Guns are politically incorrect, while gender-bending pharmaceuticals are not only politically correct, but now politically sanctioned as an acceptable form of treatment for alleged transgender children who believe they were born inside the wrong bodies. There was a completely different term for that in the past. I'll leave you to work out what that was. The LGBTQ alphabet mafia actually promotes the transgender indoctrination of today's youth, which includes pushing drugs like Lupron that we now know are a serious threat to children. Yeah, the problem is not LGBTQ. I mean, individuals are individuals, right? Leave them to live their own lives. The problem is that people are dying and that children are dying and that nobody wants to say anything because the finger might get pointed at their community. See, that's what happens in groupthink. Groupthink destroys the individual principle. According to official FDA data, there have been more than 40,764 adverse reactions associated with Lupron since 2012. And of course, these are just in the statistics within the United States. Between 2014 and 2019, more than 25,500 serious reactions were logged by the FDA, including 6,370 deaths. How many people are taking this drug, for God's sake? That's wild. Yep. Do you do you do you think that I'm an ice cream? I know, I know, I know. It's Cuddles time. It's Cuddles. Jazz just licked the mic. It's tackle time. Okay, right. Okay, that's I can see and hear you're pretending to be a dog, and so can other people, I imagine. You did lick my microphone, though, Jazz, which I'd rather you didn't lick the microphone if it is possible. Anyway, um, it's not an ice cream. Yeah. She rolls and hits her head off the wall. Right. Where did I get to? Between 2014 and 2019, more than 25,500 serious reactions were logged by the FDA. That's an incredibly high number, including 6,370 deaths. It seems that the LGBTQ lobby is aggressively pushing gender-bending drugs like Lupron on children who could end up suffering lifelong injury or death as a result of taking the drug. The drugs must have a pretty strong effect. Anyway, there's death and near death. The pediatric version of Lupron that's given to children lacks proper warnings about long-term side effects, including death. Yeah, you'd want to put that as a warning on the label. People don't read labels anymore. They don't read anything. Take this. Oh, okay. Take these as well. Oh, thank you. 4 times a day. Right. Okay. Blah blah blah. They don't question. You know, what are those experiments? What was it? Like the Milgram effect in the Stanford prison experiment, where people are just following orders. Give someone a uniform and a clipboard, and everyone will believe that they're God. Keep in mind that Lupron isn't even FDA approved for treating children with gender dysphoria. How can you give it if it's not approved? This is an off-label use of the drug that's gaining popularity in response to a wave of LGBTQ insanity that's sweeping the West. And you give something that's not safe to kids. Further, the pediatric version of Lupron doesn't even contain proper warnings about its long-term side effects, which include irreversible hormone damage and, of course, death. But none of this is stopping gender-affirming physicians from prescribing Lupron to children. Just let them be. Let the kids be. Stop messing with them. The kids are usually much less messed up than the adults, in my experience. I've forgotten where I am. The FDA has only approved Lupron for use in children with precocious puberty. What the hell is that? A developmental problem in which some children enter puberty too early. Yeah. Its purpose, in other words, is to facilitate healthy development, not impair it. Theoretically, of course. What would make you want to get involved in stuff like this? It's a serious condition that endocrinologists would normally diagnose and treat because it interferes with development. But in some cases, they're inducing this disease state. They're inducing the disease state. I'll read that again. They're inducing the disease state. Says Michael Laidlaw, an endocrinologist from Rockland, California, about the difference between using Lupron to treat precocious puberty versus taking it to try to change one's biological sex. How is little doggy here? You okay? Yeah? Let me guess, the doggy wants to play tackle. The doggy's going to have to wait until Daddy finishes reading his article. Can you wait a minute? Is that okay? Thank you. Uh, the FDA has reportedly been reviewing the safety of Lupron since 2017. How long does it take? Along with other GnRH agonist drugs like Lupron that inhibit normal hormone development. Many reports have surfaced about how such drugs are causing seizures in children as well as other problems. Natural News, who is reporting this, has yet to learn of any movements or protests against this drug, which is separating children from their parents and families by killing them. We also have yet to hear about any common sense pharmaceutical control to address the scourge of drug violence against children who are actually in need of psychological therapy, not drug interventions. Yes, children need therapy, not drug interventions. So true. Gender. What did you write, Jazz? Did you make a happy face? Oh, that's nice. Gender dysphoria. It's me. I'm the happy face. Oh, you're a star, Jazz. You really are. And and she's breathing onto the mirror and then drawing in the mist, as is fun to do, right? Me and you. Me and you in the mirror, Jazz. Cool. Me and you. Gender dysphoria is not an endocrine condition, but it's a psychological one and should therefore be treated with proper psychological care. Proper psychological care. Without drugs, I suggest. Weight loss stresses, but it becomes an endocrine condition once you start using puberty blockers and giving cross-sex hormones to kids. Who would want to do that? There's a lot of weirdness. There's a lot of strangeness, peculiarness. Jazz loves Dad. Oh, you're an angel. Thank you. Dad loves Jazz as well. Sources for the article include christianpost.com, pewresearch.org, and naturalnews.com. The article has the title, More Children Are Dying from Gender Pharmaceuticals Than from Drugs. It was published at naturalnews.com on September the 30th, 2019. The purpose of me reading this article today is to give you something to think about, not to tell you what's right or wrong, and definitely not to tell you to listen to me because I'm just one person. Listen to many, filter the information, decide from your own experience what is the right thing to do. That's it. Jazz is now drawing all over the mirror, as as you should, as you should when you're 4 years old. Right. That's it. Hopefully that made some sense. This is G from the Academy, reminding you that health for you and your family is wealth. Yep. You're a star.